Sheldon, you look at tonight as a measuring stick of any sort when you go up against the team that you're replacing the bench?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if measuring stick is the right word, but it's obviously a good team. You want to play well against them. We've played against, pretty sure, just about everybody else in the league. Yeah, so there's a lot of really good teams that we've competed against, and this is the last one on the list.
What stands out to you about Florida?
Speed, skill, depth. Offense can come from any of four lines. In fact, their third line is equally as productive as their top six. So at 5-on-5. So lots to be aware of there. They come with a lot of pace, a lot of competitiveness. Their physical team. So they have a lot going on. Obviously, they've been the class of the Eastern Conference.
How much do you stress, Sheldon, with the guys that it is within your own control, given 3 times with these guys, 4 total, Boston and Tampa, you really can't control your own destiny?
Yeah, I don't know if we stress it necessarily, but we talk about it. It's not a daily discussion, but I think we went through this. I think I talked to you two guys through this when we came through the trade deadline. We had 20 games remaining at that time. We spoke about where we're at and what's ahead, and that's one of the things we talked about for sure. But it's not a daily conversation. Our guys know that how tight it is and how every point matters, and also just that everything's still up for grabs here. You can still compete for home ice in the first round. You can still compete to win the division. It's a tough road ahead in terms of the schedule, and the other teams don't lose much. It's a very competitive division, but we've kept pace all season, and we expect to do that the rest of the way.
You had Mason Marchand with the Marlies, didn't you? What do you think of what he's become here in the NHL?
Yeah, it's been terrific. It's a terrific story. He's come a long way, and he's worked real hard. He's battled through a lot of injuries, a lot of adversity, and obviously stuck with it. And he's found a good home there in Florida.
Do you anticipate sticking with McCabe up with the Tavares line and Nylander with camp to start tonight?
I do, yeah.
How big of a, push and pull is that for a coach, knowing how good that third line, that camp line has been for him, but also realizing that, maybe something has to change with the second? Yeah,
it's a challenge. That's part of why we've been reluctant to do so for a while here now, because that line has been so good for us. The hope is that Mikheyev moving up can just continue to play with the speed and confidence that he has, and that can change the dynamic of things a little bit there. Obviously, Mickey has played with John at various times over the last few years. Let's see what that can bring, and then Kampf and Engvall have been very good, very responsible both ways, and obviously Willie brings an offensive threat there too. That we'll see what that does for that chemistry. But I think that's also good timing, because as I talked about, this is this is a 4-line team we're playing today. They're going to come at us here, and like I said, there's not a lot of variance in offensive production from lines 1, 2, and 3. So the way we have things balanced here today, I think it makes a lot of sense for us that way.
Jack this morning.
Very good. Yeah, obviously we weren't able to skate here this morning, but he was on the ice over at Ford there, and reports are he got through it very well as he skated yesterday while we were away too, and did well.
Any initial plans for Aberdeen?
Any which?
Any initial plans for Nick Aberdeen?
Yeah, my understanding of it is that we're going to go to Boston tomorrow. He's obviously there in Boston, and he'll meet up with us then.
How's Andre Pressure?
I haven't heard a lot about him in terms of his progression or anything. They just continue to monitor him. He's been working out and doing some light activity that way and staying busy, but not on the ice yet.
You've got 2 even strength goals in your last 2 games. Do you have the kind of offensive talent you have up front? How troubling is that?
Well, we certainly think we should be producing more, for sure. We've had one line that's really been carrying us offensively for quite a while. We've had contributions from different lines at different times. Obviously that Kampf line scored us some big goals, but some of their productions come at shorthanded. We need to get more happening from our line. I think we had from our lines. Excuse me. I thought we had some really good chances yesterday. All lines had some really good chances, and we didn't make good on them. But we just gotta stay with it. We believe that because of the ability that we have as a group, that those will come.
Do you think Mikheyev and or Engvall have any idea how talented they are?
I think that they certainly do. I think I've often phrased the question to them pretty similarly at times. Not so much how talented they are, but how fast and how strong they are. And I believe they have the ability to get to the net virtually at will when they attack the line with speed the way that they do. Mickey here more of late has kind of lowered his shoulder and taken it to the net and taken it across the crease, and I think that's really where a lot of the offense is. It's really hard to score in this league and on perimeter shots. So I encourage them to try to really take that next step and really attack the net and use their hands and shot in tighter and use their body to get some positioning there. But yeah, I do think offensively and in that sense of chance generation, a real quality chance generation, those guys are just scratching the surface, but they're gaining momentum. Mikheyev obviously has had good fortune around the net this season, but even Engvall, the more he's playing now and he's finding a role here on that third line, you can see his confidence growing too.
It reminds me a little bit of Marchment and Erie, where he was trying to figure out who he was and what he was going to be, and it didn't come that naturally to him at the time. See, there was something there, but you weren't sure exactly what was there.
Yeah, I think because, two guys that haven't played a lot in the league, they're older guys, but haven't played a lot in the league, and I think that they are, they're figuring that out. Like I said, I think a lot of it comes with confidence and recognizing that you can attack and taking advantage of space and then getting rewarded for it. Mikheyev's case, I was so excited that he scored that shorthanded goal the other night where he took it across the crease with his backhand and tucked it in on the far side. That's precisely what we've been talking about for a couple of years now with him, is that speed that he has, turn the corner and really take it to a spot that's going to make the goalie vulnerable. So I think those type of chances are available for a lot of our guys, to take advantage of.